we back. Today we have a guest, more hair, Sinclair. And you feel me? Make sure y'all go add us at all of our social medias.
Hey y'all, it's your girl Marley. We here with Down for the Crown. Is y'all down for the crown?
I'm down for the crown.
Period. So today we have a guest, more hair, Sinclair.
Period.
This is our infamous hairstylist. Y'all always see him. He hooked it up. You feel what I'm saying? What's your Instagram?
More hair _ Sinclair.
Period. So this is our second show.
Yes, y'all.
I am happy. So this is 2 of 50.
Period.
So how y'all doing today? What's your name? Introduce yourself over there.
I'm Bree. I'm from Royalspolylife. Period. Crowns up, never tilted. I feel like today is going to be a very good topic, y'all.
Today is a great and beautiful day.
Very, very great and beautiful day. And we're introducing the topic of the LGBTQ.
Today we will be talking about LGBTQ. Today we will be talking about BBWs. Today we will be talking about the bigger males in relationship.
Mm-hmm.
So how do you feel on our podcast? Is you down for the crown?
I'm definitely down for the crown. I was down for the crown before there was even a crown.
Period.
And that's true.
Talk about
Actual
it.
facts.
Talk about it.
Facts.
So today I'm going to start with BBWs, you guys, because I'm one. BBWs, if
I am
people
too.
don't know. If people don't know what BBWs are big, beautiful women. Well, actually, I'm not a BBW. I am a SBBW. That's a super, yeah.
I don't think so.
What?
I think
you're just a
SBBW would be a
BBW.
lot bigger.
Really?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
You would be on the bench
You're
right
not
now.
Really?
You're not nowhere
Doing this podcast,
near
you would be sitting on the
600
bench.
pounds or
I'm
something.
a
No.
SBBW, y'all. I don't know what they talking about. They got me messed up.
Y'all ever watch My 600-Pound Life?
Yeah.
Those
Hard.
are
I'm
SBBWs.
almost there, though. For real, I ain't going to.
You're about a couple hundred from it.
Yeah.
So,
Got some hundreds to go.
BBW. So, B, I have to ask you a question. I'm going to get into this immediately. What do you think society label BBWs as?
I think that society labels them as like either it's a fetish or not attractive, not as attractive as like your typical size.
So you think they put us in a box when it comes to dating?
Definitely put us in a box.
Put us in a box. Put me in a box.
I'm just thinking about big period.
Right.
But
okay. Yeah. So,
especially for women,
okay.
It's always more of a fetish thing.
So, I get trolls coming in, when we're on live and stuff like that saying like, I pay how I weigh, like I'm paying Royal or I'm paying Bree to be with me. And that's never, ever the case. Like we're all together because we actually really, really love each other. You see what I'm saying? And people expect BBWs to date a certain type of man. You see what I'm saying? Like Royal's too fine for a BBW.
Right.
Bree's too fine for a BBW. I feel like they put us directly in the box and leave us there.
Yes.
I feel like if you guys look at Facebook and her man is too fine for her, they like, oh, this is the one I hate right here. The one that says, she got a man and I'm still sitting here single. What's really going on? That bothers me.
People do that all the time on My 600-Pound Life. And that matter of fact, since we brought that up, one of the goals for that show was to show that bigger people were as attractive as, the typical size person. And they are, yeah.
They are, like, because people out here getting these BBLs and all that stuff, making our body less attractive.
Yes.
So it's stereotype to me. They, like, I had a conversation with a friend, I'm going to leave him nameless, And I asked him, if I walk in a room to do an audition for a face cream and Ari walked in the room and we have the same fan base, who do you feel like they're going to hire for the audition?
Right.
And he told me Ari. And I asked him, well, why? He said, because she can do more things than you can do. How? I don't get that.
What is it that she's doing?
That's what I'm saying. It's just, he told me that their bodies is an investment.
Well, that is true. When like girls get their body done, especially girls in the industry girls, they get their body done as an investment.
Okay.
There's some people that's getting their bodies done and getting everything done to fly back and live in the projects. So that's crazy.
Seriously.
So the girls in there,
because I feel like they're doing that because it's becoming the way of the way of living. I think that's an image that society have put out for them.
Like how people started getting tattoos. It's just becoming a trend.
Yeah.
Right. And that is crazy to me.
You go spend $10,000 on your body and more.
And more, yeah.
But you stand in the projects and housing. Like.
Right. And if you want to be honest, the everyone that's getting their body done, it doesn't always look good. Actually 9 times out of 10, that shit looks horrible. That stuff looks horrible.
Yes, it does.
Talk your stuff, Bree.
It really looks horrible.
It just looks like it looks like me personally. Like sometimes I look at certain women that has got it done, and I'll be looking like I would be so scared to even touch you in the bedroom because I feel like your things just gonna pop. It's just gonna, like
that
I feel
belly
like
button. They done took away your belly button.
Yeah, like you gonna hit a wrong switch and it's gonna go off, or something gonna bust, and like. It's very, I feel like a lot of the skinny women don't look into the real traits. Everybody look into the typical people that date, look into each other and look deeply into each other. I feel like they don't take the time to look into BBWs and look that they are real life people and that they really vibe out, that they really can do a lot of the same things that these little women can do and 10 times better. Half of these women is taking their dudes out or forcing their dudes to take them out to eat and take them to dinner because they can't cook.
Okay.
It's a lot that comes with it. And then they wonder why that man is messing with that woman that don't look better than him. Like, who is she? She don't look better than me and she ain't this and that. But she is a housewife. She is a boss lady. She know how to handle her business. She know how to cook. She know how to clean. She know how to handle the kids. She know how to handle him. She know when situations go down, how to it's just more qualities to it than just a good body and a good look and wanting a trick. And let's be real, a trick to invest. But what a lot of these women, I could say probably 50% of the women invest. In that they take their tricks money and they invest, and some of them is just as long as you got my hair, my nails done, my Gucci bag, my this, my that, and send me on my flights, I'm good with going back to the projects.
Yeah. Right. And I feel like being a BBW myself, we have to work extra hard. They can go and get their body done and all of that. A BBW have a lot of proving to do. A lot of proving.
Yeah.
Because we are looked down upon very greatly. Like some BBWs have lost so much self-esteem from how society have planted it. You feel what I'm saying? Like, not me, ladies. And I want to tell y'all this. I want to take the moment to say this. No matter how much extra skin you got, still do you. Still do you. The same way that little female can look, you can look too. Trust and believe, just with a little more pizzazz. And like I always say on all of my lives and whenever you see me, a BBW is a bigger canvas. So you have to paint that canvas. You have to paint that canvas. You can't be walking around and lazy and in your feelings because you're big. If you're big, do something about it if you don't like it. If you like it, paint that canvas.
And some of the women that are like that and that do take control over that and work their bossness and work their confidence, a lot of men and a lot of women are intimidated by it, or they think you're bullying, or they think so horrible of you when all you're trying to do is show them that I'm able to. You know what I'm saying?
And at the
why do I gotta be extra to show y'all that I'm the same as you?
Just because I do carry a lot of weight, people do label me as a bully.
Mm-hmm.
You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's like, oh, she a bully. She bully them. She do this. She do that. No, it's really not that.
You just more of a woman. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Sometimes I think that us being bigger, like we overcompensate sometimes because one, we had to defend ourselves growing up. Two, we had to overcompensate because we lacked physically what people are normally attracted to. So we have to have better personalities. We have to have better hygiene. We have to have, you know what I mean? Like really put ourselves together because, people aren't as attracted, quote unquote. Supposedly, people aren't as attractive, but there's a lot of people that secretly love us.
But why is it a problem that you guys do that, right? You guys keep your hygiene up. You guys do a lot of more stuff better than these little women do, right? Or men. You guys put that umph in it. But either way it goes, it's like you guys are still doing wrong. Because if you don't do it, they have plenty of room to bash. Oh, she's the big stinky girl, or this or that, and this and that. You have room to bash, but when you're taking care of it, and you're handling, you're doing the best that you know how, and better than most because you care about yourself. It's still a intimidating problem.
It's the trolls.
Yeah,
it's the people that hate on the BBWs or the bigger men.
Yeah,
and this is really speaking in the LGBT community. Yeah, it's like that, heterosexual or whatever lifestyle, but mainly in the LGBT community. Like, I feel like I know about the women because most of the women in my family are bigger girls. So I know a lot about it. But as far as being a gay male or whatever, however society wants to label me, we'll get into that at another time. We have a thing like the gay men have a thing on our social media platforms like Jacked and all those little date hookup sites, quote unquote. So it says, if someone is looking for somebody on their profile, they'll specifically say you cannot be fat or you cannot be feminine. Those are the two top things that they do not desire in the gay community. They have some sites to where they are more catered to, they call them bears. You know what I mean? I'm considered a bear in our community, but bears stick with bears, and the rest of the body types, they are super, super into body types.
So what if you don't like bears?
Crazy.
Then you won't be dated.
Really?
Yes, you will not be dated. Some guys like it. Most don't. I really want to say most don't care for body types. They even ask that you be height, weight proportionate, literally.
So I have a question. Go ahead, Bree.
Okay, let me tell you.
She's blown.
Yeah, let me tell you something. So first of all, in the LGBTQ community, we're wanting to be free, correct? Correct, right?
Yes.
Why do you have to be a prisoner in certain lanes and descriptions of this LGBTQ? That is unfair because let regular LGBTQ people get bashed or something. It's the end of the world. You know what I'm saying?
Out from the outsiders.
That is not fair to different size people that are still loving and doing the same thing as you. So if it's free, it should be all around free. It should not be on a site, especially a gay dating site, limitations like that. That right there.
So is Jack only for gays?
Gay men.
That's
it's
not
called
right.
Internalized homophobia.
I was telling this to Bree. A lot of women call themselves gay. We're not gay.
No.
We're lesbian. But people are so free with the word gay. So when you said a gay site,
put it under everybody.
Right. Yeah. So when you said a gay site, I'm saying, okay, it's just for men. So it's literally a gay site.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I was going to get on there and tell them about that.
No, you wasn't. Unless you was misfigured.
Listen, them girls that get on there, boy, no. They don't play them games.
And they don't care.
You have to say, you must send a picture before you even respond to me or message me. Don't say anything to me. Just send a
It's
picture
not
first.
like that in the lesbian
I know.
community.
That's
It's not. That's
That's
why.
why.
That's too
It's the
prestige
fiche for me.
Yeah.
No, for real. Like, that's too much.
It is.
That's too much. See, let me tell you something about a lesbian couldn't do me like that. Like,
No.
they couldn't do me like that. Like,
No.
you know, that's why I miss the party lines. To
Yes.
where they will fall in love with you before
Yes.
you get to, back in the day when we
around that age.
Yeah.
That's that age.
Yes.
That's that one age.
I kind of met that quota.
You was there?
Yeah, I was on the party lines on my
before it
mama.
went off, like a month before
Oh,
it
they
went
still
off.
have
Oh, lies. They had it
They
for
still
a
got
long
party lines.
time.
Yes,
Even
they
in-
do.
You got the
in-
number?
Yeah.
You ain't got the number.
I'm telling
I got the
you.
number right here.
You
Right
ain't
here.
got the number.
Yes, I do.
I'm telling you though, party lines was where you could be yourself.
Mhm.
And then if y'all decide to meet or whatever y'all decide to do, then it was like, well, I already love this person. I already,
Mhm.
because you talk. Back in the days, I used to talk to a person for over 8 months before I actually seen a person on a party line.
Right.
So it's society.
And don't care because I don't want to ruin that fantasy.
Exactly.
Like, yeah.
It was the fantasy of
Mhm.
what could be.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Now it's the image.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
And it's crazy to me because I'm not going to say I don't care what a person looks like,
Mhm.
but honestly, I'm 30 going on 31. Like, I need some substance. Like,
Man.
we can lose weight.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? But it's people out here that got real life issues, like real life problems. They don't know how to treat you. Right. They don't know how to treat you. They just out to get you. They want to use you, take from you.
Seriously.
And it's just like, we have, really good personalities too,
I feel like, I know y'all like to fight me on this one, but just hold your tongue because it's my opinion.
Mhm.
I feel like BBWs do it better. And that's not me it's not me because I'm a BBW. That's like I'm a Virgo, but I think Capricorns are the best sign in the world.
I can agree.
You feel what I'm saying?
I agree.
So it's not just because I'm a BBW that I'm saying that. I just feel like BBW's been placed in a box so long, they trained themselves. You feel what I'm saying? The little females and the light skins with the pretty hair, they didn't have to train themselves. They just had everything handed to
They
them.
have the
Privilege. But everything glitter ain't gold.
Exactly.
And that's why these women, these smaller women, they not understanding why they men going to cheat with BBWs and not understanding why.
It's because it's us. You feel what I'm saying? BBWs, if you get to know a BBW, she have a dope personality.
Yeah.
Some of them have been so bashed for so long and so hurt for so long that they're bitter. You feel what I'm saying? Soaking in a misery. But those who, if you let your guard down and just know it's more to life than a stereotype, you have to let yourself be yourself. You cannot listen to what someone else have to say about you or how long it takes to lose weight or whatever. If that's what you want to do, you get up and you lose weight. Don't lose weight because somebody is telling you got to lose weight or it's an image.
You're never going to be happy.
Exactly.
You're never going to
because you're pleasing everybody else.
Came in your life in the first place. If they just wanting you to lose weight, you should want to do it on your own. You know what you got with when you got with it when the time that you got with it when you was doing what you do to get with it.
But you have to understand this too. Women do it too, will mess with a BBW just for support.
Yes. The security.
Ain't ain't no support if you can't support me because I ain't hungry for a Lunchable. I need a steak.
But at the end of the day, I ain't hungry for a Lunchable. I need a steak either. But people will see me like I'm taking care of y'all.
Nah.
I'm telling you, people.
And people wouldn't believe
have asked him.
Yeah, people ask me. Like, oh, she must be doing this or must be doing that. And mind you, they're talking to somebody who suffered from low self-esteem for a long time and who has built myself up.
Right.
You feel me? Like, now you can't tell me anything about being bigger.
Right.
But it's crazy to me that you would ask me or tell me that, she must be taking care of them. She must be doing this. And I'm just like, she got to get taken care of. Like, what makes you think? Because
they don't even know Marley.
They don't even know Marley.
They don't know Marley.
Brie, tell them.
Let me tell you something. A lot of people be just so distraught because they can't believe how much that, you know, like I'm in love with this girl. You know what I'm saying? Like, it blows people's mind.
And that's
It
crazy.
is possible to fall in love with a BBW.
And I'm a spoiled BBW. Let me tell you this.
And
Me.
turned
Hold
up
on.
fun
Is y'all looking at
BBW.
us?
Yeah,
Is y'all watching this?
They watching this.
Spoiled.
I'm
Spoiled to the max.
Everybody.
Oh my God.
I'm talking about friends.
Extra spoiled.
My
Man.
relationship. They spoil me.
It's very spoiled.
It's not that I'm bratty. Am I bratty?
Yeah.
Very, very much so.
I'm
Yeah,
bratty.
this is
why are
keeping it
you
real.
trying to act like everybody? You know you bratty.
Oh, me.
No, but it just makes me so upset that they feel like I have to take care of them because they so fine. You feel what I'm saying?
But you fine too.
We
That's the crazy part.
We love
They don't
taking
think
care
so,
of
That's
you.
wild. Hey, but even when I get to dating, you know, I barely ever date.
Right.
When I get to dating, I'm the same way. I get spoiled. I've never been in a position when people approach me as if I'm going to take care of them. Like, that's crazy to me because I never had to take care of somebody to be with them.
Right.
You know what I mean? I have been used once or twice, you know, but for the most part, I'm the one. I've never dealt with anything other than a boss. Like,
I felt like in the beginning, before I knew my worth, that's what you have to know.
Before your worth.
Before you know your worth.
Mm-hmm.
I was used for not material, but I feel like I was used sexually.
Yes.
You feel what I'm saying? They say big girls give the best. Don't you feel me? So they like, oh, this
like
it's
a
just,
SCX slave.
Yeah. Seriously. And I feel like that's what most big girls are used for.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But when you learn your worth, no matter what, when you learn what you worth, you put your foot down and you have boundaries, everybody gonna see you.
Right.
And the type of knowledge and the type of mindset certain BBW women, I'm not gonna say all, it's only certain types of women that have this type of mindset and finesse and attire. And you want to invest in them because they're
you invest time. You got to be specific.
Yeah.
You want to invest your time, your loyalty.
Exactly.
You're willing to do that.
You're willing to do that. And people don't believe in that because they feel like that's unreal to be with somebody that big. They feel like it's just unnormal to even take the time to even look into that.
I'm a BBW and I won't date one.
No, you won't.
I won't date one.
Because you don't have to. Like, I'm pretty sure if you love one, you would date one too. Like, it's not
only a little bit bigger than me.
That's not my preference. You feel what I'm saying? But it's not like, oh, I won't date a BBW. Like, I'm not saying I won't never date a BBW. Have I dated a BBW? Yes, I have dated a BBW when I was younger. You know what I'm saying? But as far as now, I feel like I'm there to where I can be picky. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because growing up, I couldn't be picky.
Yeah.
Right. But I mean, it's not that being a big BBW is anything to pick over. You know what I mean? But I get what she's saying is basically being bigger, we're always limited to what? The old man,
a mechanic,
a man that go pay the bills. You
his nails be dirty. You see what I'm saying? Nappy hair, big lips,
coming in grunting with a beard, scratching his butt, ready to go take a shower to wash that oil.
I'm talking about the uncle under the hood.
That's Uncle Joe. No, mama messing with Uncle Joe.
I'm telling you the truth though. Like,
it's like
growing up, I was. What messed I was gonna cuss. What messed me up was the homies taking one for the team. Why I gotta be the one you taking for the team?
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
I'm not getting taken nowhere.
Yeah.
No, but don't take nothing from my
Leave him alone. I'm serious. No, you cannot. You can't. If I ain't your first choice, I don't want you. And I'm there now. And being a BBW, you can get there, but you got to have that self-esteem. You got to stop thinking what was me or this sad story. Don't let hurt people hurt people. So if that person hurt you, it's because they were hurt.
Most definitely.
Shake that. Come up out of that. BBWs is winning. Shout out to my BBWs. Yep. You guys are winning. You guys have stepped up so greatly, and it just makes me smile like I knew we could do it. You feel me? Like, we're not limited anymore. We could do what we want to do. We can go where we want to go. We can be on TV. It was a time where we couldn't even be on TV.
Or if you did make it to TV, you had to lose weight like Monique.
And at the end of the day, I was just talking to somebody about that too. Being a BBW, you always have to address being a BBW. That's not fair. Like someone told me, like Lizzo always talk about her weight. You feel what I'm saying? Monique always talked about her weight. Even people like Jill Scott always talk about their weight. You know what I'm saying? Because it feels like we're obligated to do so.
Yeah, everything big.
Yeah, it feels like we're obligated to do so. But like,
it's because let me beat them to the joke.
Let me beat them to the punch. You see what I'm saying?
Most definitely.
It's always that because they coming. Everybody know they coming. I had something, I didn't even show you. I deleted it. I had a troll in my inbox that said, I bet you smell like 3-day-old garbage.
I bet you your mama smell like 3-day-old garbage.
At the end of the day,
get out my face.
I bet you won't catch me smelling like nothing but Victoria don't tell nobody.
No, you're a woman. Don't forget the Chanel.
No, hold on. Let me tell you this though. Just because this is how I said that to say this. They think because you big, you gotta be dusty. You gotta be funky. Because you got all that weight on you, you have to dress a certain type of way. I don't feel, right now, I feel too secluded in these clothes. I don't like dressing like this. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I like it. I like showing it. It's mine and I can.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? And I want to. But people have a problem with BBW showing off their skin or showing too much skin. Like, if we're comfortable in our skin, be comfortable with us dressing how we want to dress.
Yes.
Or being how we want to be. I don't know what type of BBWs y'all done seen back in the days, but it's changed now.
Yeah.
It's really changed.
Because some BBWs, I'm not going to lie, like I used to even kick it with a lot of BBWs. You go around them, they're wearing the same exact thing, the same clothes, doing the same thing in the house, shadow bound, windows closed, just always in the house. Barely go to the store, come back, don't do nothing, collect their little check and a simple life.
But
and they feel like that.
Changed.
And time has changed. This is 2022, the beginning of 2022. So many women have shook out of that shell and really branched up into what they needed to become and what they always pictured. They just didn't have the guts to do it. And honestly, like, since we came out some years ago, I feel like you really set it off the map to make these women come out and show out. It was not all these BBW videos and these women hopping out with their fashion. They doing their fashion shows. I forgot what they're called, but they doing they little runs. You know what I'm saying?
But you have to
showing
understand
their inner beauty. You feel me? And they're confident because when they see the other BBWs coming out with that confidence, they're like, you know what? Heck no, I could do that too. Let me hop in this crowd with them. And now they're starting to come out and to be more powerful. They're coming up and they're coming out and they're coming outside. They're not caring no more. They were scared. They were shadow bound in behind the curtain closed. They peeking behind the curtain like, should I come out? They said open it. I'm ready for the grand opening. Open it. Let the world see me.
But you know what I'm saying? I've always had a big confidence.
Yes.
I've always had big confidence.
Yes.
Even when I settled, that's when I didn't know my worth. I still had confidence even though I didn't know my worth. You know what I'm saying? I've always, like, couldn't nobody tell me what I wasn't.
A lot of people love you for that, baby.
I have to, like, people hurt people.
Yeah, and hurt people.
Yeah, I'm telling you, like, seriously.
Yeah.
Growing up, being bullied, all this stuff, like, ugh. Yeah.
But no lie though, it ain't just all the big girls that look like me. I used to get bullied too. I used to get bullied. They used to, when my lips were the talk of the whole.
They still the talk.
Hey, when I say these lips was the talk of the whole.
They hated big lips when we was little.
They
hated these soup coolers.
Oh my God. And you know what? I used to get so mad. I used to come home crying. My mom used to say, check this out. Let me tell you something. No shade, no tea, no none of that. Let me tell y'all something. My mama used to say, check this out. These white folks is paying to have their lips. They starting to pay to have these lips like how you have. These people are paying top dollar, $3,000-$4,000 for your lips. So when they telling you that
my
crap,
lips plump, so it just ain't
school,
white folks.
You know, it's just not about weight. I see that people just find things to target. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Especially because they got their own problems. Don't come for me, baby, because you seeing me having a good day and I'm having a fabulous time. Why are you coming for my lips? Or why are you coming for this and that? You know what I'm saying? So now big lips is a thing. Big lips is a thing. Just like BBWs is a thing now. Yes. You see what I'm saying? It all comes in. It
they
all
just opened their eyes right
comes.
now. Right. In here.
Yeah.
So let me ask you a question, B. Being a gay big man, how is it dating? Like finding love, being in love. How is it?
It's harder. It's definitely harder, especially if you don't have that self-esteem. You definitely go longer without dating. Because when you know your worth, and you get tried a lot with, a lot of these guys look at you as a check, like,
when they see you, they see dollar signs.
They see them dollars.
They
see them dollars. They think that I'm big. They think big is equals to low self-esteem, but really it's just I like to eat. But they think you're going to pay for theirs. You got to pay for mine.
You can afford it.
What did you? Yeah,
that's why.
Right.
Yeah.
I got a question for both of y'all.
Okay, what's the question?
Okay. When you guys are getting into a relationship, right? Do you see, let me know the percentage, do you see when people come in that they want to play games with you first to see how far they could go with you or what they could use you by or what they can before they actually, or do you feel like a lot of the time that they really genuinely come in and really want to get to know you, or is it that?
It's go.
Well, for me,
like playtime.
I know as soon as they come through the door, because I've been single for so long, baby, as soon as they come through that door and first thing you ask for, that'll do it.
Yeah.
You ain't got to worry about me.
The last one. The last one, we all in tune with the last one.
Yeah.
The last one, that's why it was so easy for me to cut ties. Because it was always, do you have?
Or get me, or can you?
Can you feed me? Cut my hair? Get my hair?
Buy me this. Take me in this food joint and buy me this. What is you about to buy me?
Can I tell you this? Can I say this? Is everybody listening? Everybody over there?
Hello.
I'm big and my pockets is big, but they ain't big to pay you.
Yes.
Period.
Yeah.
I'm not that type of big girl.
We not here
I'm
to
not
impress
pay
you.
your bills, big girl. I'm not take you out to eat, big girl. I'm not get your hair cut for the next broad, big girl. I'm not doing that. So if that's what you got in your mind right now, don't ever approach me in a real way, because that's not me. I'm not taking care of nobody's son nor daughter.
I want to add to that too.
Okay.
I don't know if I told y'all about this, but recently I had a situation with a guy who was trans, and he was like coming on to me pretty much, but I already knew. I knew what time it was because he had already told me too much about, his situation with his fiance at the time. And I already seen the signs. I already knew. So it was just like, we were joking and playing back and forth. And then, boom, here come the message. Do you think you can? He had it was something about some car insurance. I had 127, 25.
Can I be honest with you, B?
What?
I'm going to be honest with you. You are too nice.
He looked like a trick.
I do.
I wanted
But
to sum that
listen,
up. She wanted to
but
say that so
listen,
bad,
when
but I
he
know.
told-
No, it's
when-
not. That's not what I was gonna say. I was gonna say you're too nice. When you meet
Because
people,
they think that I'm doing it because, like, to keep them around, but it's just,
Or is it a
baby, I only
self-esteem thing
bought you
that they
Del
feel?
Taco. I was only buying you Del Taco. It was $1. I'm sorry if you felt like that was tricky.
I knew you was coming. That's why I said what I said.
I know you feel like that was tricky.
The
But hold on.
numbers, everything.
He so he was telling me like, oh yeah, my my fiance got mad and she found out that I was at your house and blah blah blah. So I'm like, did you tell her that you didn't like me like that? And he didn't really say too much, like, well, that's not none of her business. I didn't go into detail. But I know what he said. He said, oh, I'm just using them because you already told me about a trans woman that you were using. I know how you move. That guy is undateable, unloyal, and unfaithful, presenting me the opportunities to take him. It's like, but no, I can't date somebody like that. Like, I see the signs when you come through the door. You ask for one thing, and then it gets bigger and bigger. In the beginning, I was just being nice.
Let me tell you this.
I didn't really think that $5 was going to make you feel like I was tricking.
Let me tell you this, as your friend, and I know you correct me when I'm wrong. We have uncomfortable conversations.
Yeah.
We there with each other. You keep it real with me. I keep it real with you. That's off bat.
Right.
You're too nice.
I have been too nice.
No,
And
you're too
man,
nice, B.
And we can't see nobody do you like that because it'll be a problem.
You're too nice. As soon as somebody come, you're nice. That's just what you give off.
But what other way is there to be? Should I be
too
mean?
Nice but stern.
You're too nice.
I'm very, very stern. I have been nice in the past, but like I said, it's certain things that I wouldn't think that somebody feel like they can use you because I bought you something to eat. Like, that doesn't feel like, you know what I mean? Because in reality, I never really taken care of nobody. I've always been genuine.
You bought somebody something to eat.
Right.
Plenty of times the first time we met them.
Mm-hmm. You were looking for this. I feel like you were looking for, you took the person Del Taco, right?
Mm-hmm.
It will be so nice for a change for a person to take you out to
Del
Benihana's.
Taco.
Go to Benihana's.
Yeah,
take me out to eat.
Okay, so mind you, if you take, we all know the full situation.
Right.
Yeah.
If you take that other part out of the situation, I ask everybody. Because when I'm around y'all, if I'm getting food, then we all getting food. If y'all getting food, we all getting food.
Yeah.
So it was like that sort of situation, and all of my friends are like that.
Okay,
You know what I mean?
get that part. But then when it's like,
So you're trying to say I'm a trick.
no, that's not what I don't know what. I don't know.
That'll do it.
No, yeah.
That'll do it.
No, because it's like, why do you got a constant like?
And it's the
Why am I
backstories.
always
It's the backstory.
Yeah, I don't like that.
Because the reason why I'm always doing stuff for people is because 9 times out of 10 is what I want to be done for me. Not always, but sometimes. But I am diagnosed a people pleaser, or I was a people pleaser, and I am coming out of that.
Mm-hmm. And that's super hard too.
I
That's
bring
a challenge.
some crazy people around us, y'all, and I apologize. I want to do this on camera.
Mm-hmm.
Royal, you ain't here, but you will be here soon.
If y'all,
Royal, I want to apologize to all 3 of y'all. You feel me?
Okay.
I bring some crazy people around us, and when they see us, they see, we do be genuine. You know what I'm saying? We be fully genuine. Like, all right, we own, let's put them on, let's get the team rocking. But when people see us, they don't see us as a team. They don't see us as we can go far. They see us as, let me get what I can get out of them.
And then it's crazy because when people come to kick it, right, we'll go get the bottles, we'll go get this, go get that.
Provide the
get
whole
the
kick
food,
it.
the whole kick it, right?
Kick it.
But then they get comfortable and come right back. Oh, I want to do a part 2. I want to do a part 3. I want to do a part 4.
And
but
they ain't got no part 4 bottle in their hand.
And don't got nothing like, okay, I'm going to take tonight and you take tomorrow night. And it ain't none of that. It's okay, I'm coming up, turn up on y'all experience. Girl, bye.
Right.
At the end of the day, B, you're a great person. And just like my best friend, it took me a long time to get to know his significant other because I feel like y'all are here. It's just can't nobody just have y'all. You feel what I'm saying? It's y'all heart is so pure. Can't nobody just have y'all. You gotta be top tier for me to be like, yeah, B, that's the one.
That's why y'all think y'all ain't met nobody?
Because you don't want us
because
to...
it ain't that.
Because I'm gonna be in there interrogating them in a room like this.
I just know. Listen, in 5 minutes, I'd be like, I don't like the way. I remember. I'm gonna tell y'all a story real quick. So one time, it was a guy that came over my house, right? And he was cool, like
Was that mean?
Huh?
What was his name? Mean?
What was his name? I ain't gonna say his name.
Oh, and I said, did I say it wrong? Okay, go.
So.
Oh, I know who it was.
No. This was in Ohio. This was like some years ago. He came over my house, and I had this little white rug in my living room. And mind you, Ohio, Midwest, rainy, muddy. The guy came over and stepped on my white rug.
With his shoes
on. And y'all know how my house is.
It's common sense.
Listen. And so I get to overthinking, and I'm like, you stepped on my rug, you're gonna step on my heart. Like, what's next? Like, what is next? So I knew I could not date that person based off of that. You just don't have the type of
consideration.
Home training.
Yeah, you don't have no home training. Then, boom, he looks around, and y'all know I always have my houses laid out. He look around like, I can be in a relationship. No. That man was looking for shelter.
He was, but most people are.
Yeah.
When you look for somebody, they have to have their own thing going on.
Period.
A red flag off itself is when you say you're 30 years old and don't know what you want to do. That is a red flag. That is that's a red flag to me.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? Like, I should have known.
Yeah.
I should have known.
And I'm the type of person, I'll be like, well, what can we really do?
At 30 years old, I'm already 30. Am I raising another kid?
Do you know how listen, and why would you think that you was okay to be with me? Like, you know what I'm saying? Or you, as much stuff as we accomplish alone in our separate lives, what made you feel like...
I'm going to say this again to y'all. I apologize for the people I bring around.
That was her fault, wasn't it? That was her fault.
That was.
I'm going to say that.
We forgive you. I forgive you.
No, seriously, like, it was just the looks for me. See, it be the looks for me. And I need to stop that. I need help with that.
Everything glitter ain't gold.
And it was glittering.
But the thing about it is, it has to be diverse. It has to be, you got to try from all three sides. Like, oh, I'm feeling this person, or oh, I'm feeling this person. You can't just, just be off of
I should have listened to Brandon. Brandon said it as soon as he seen my face. It's like he couldn't wait to see my face.
No.
He said...
And it was too fast for me. So it was just like, for B to say that, something is up.
Yeah.
Something is very much.
And even me
so.
and Royal had a deeper conversation about it when y'all was gone one time. And he was like, I didn't know what was going on. And, the situation had already happened. And I was just like, this is what I'm just telling him, because remember, we didn't talk for a little minute. So when I went over there, and he's a tough cookie. Cookie. So once I told him what the person was and what she was going to do, he opened up about stuff that was going on.
Yeah.
And I was like, see, I seen it coming through the door. I'm telling you.
You did. You did. That's why do your background checks.
Take your time.
No,
just take your time.
Do background checks.
Do background checks.
For sure.
Yes.
For sure. And look out for red flags. Red flags is what really will set you off.
Right.
30 years old, no. I'm talking about no vision at all.
It doesn't mean that they're a bad person. It just means that they aren't where you are. Like, they haven't been guided to that. You know what I mean?
Stagnating the foundation is very bad, and that's like a slow process. Especially at that age.
Getting into your relationship, y'all are only good as your weakest link.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you see where that got us.
And at the end of the day, I feel like you have to, before you put a label on anything, you have to see how this person reacts. You feel me? And I ain't gonna say we, it's me. I went in head first. And I didn't think that it was gonna be that. Like it was not that. You know what I'm saying? So just look out for your red flags. You have to.
Take your time. Do it right.
Yeah, okay, we done got all off of the BBW situation.
But no, that was a part of it though, because you just think about it like that was somebody who thought that they got closer to you, you know, than anybody else, and tried to get close to me because they felt like we were the ones. But like, look at us. Y'all see us? What made you, did you think that?
Please talk your stuff, B.
Did you think that we was just gonna lay down and just be like, oh yeah, here you go, here you go?
Or you thought
like,
it wasn't gonna be
no,
this.
I even have friends that was like
you
that.
thought it was. You see this?
Right.
Yeah, that's what it really was. I don't think it was the fact of. So let me give y'all a quick. I have to give them a quick little story real quick. So we were talking to someone, and that person tried my friend, and was still trying to talk to me, Royal and Bree. That I think that person really thought that it was gonna break us, not knowing where we came from and what we done been through together. So I just feel like, you know,
and I
nice
think the
try.
person don't understand and thinks it's probably crazy, but not knowing that, like not understanding how is this able, why does it keep coming back like this?
Because it's meant.
It's been. Yeah.
It's meant. When I first met this guy, go and tell him the story. You can say it better.
It was the winter of
It was
2018.
cold. Hey, it was cold that night.
It was cold that night. No, but I moved out here in 2018, I think. Yeah, 2018, January 1st. Marley was the first person that contacted me to get her hair done. And when I went over there, I was scared. I thought I was going to get robbed. I didn't know what's going on. I seen 3 people. And I'm just like, well, who is who? I was scared, you know? And Royal, you know, he moved kind of fast. And I was nervous. I'm like,
Waldo. Catch him if you can.
Right. So we ended up talking. We, you know, bonded, honestly, like, you know, as if we known each other our whole lives.
Exactly.
And
ate a big old
we
plate
had
of
this
food.
whole, oh my God, that food. I would never forget that food. It was the baked beans for me.
It was the baked
beans for me.
What was it? Barbecue?
Yes.
Really?
And
I
it was
barbecued
something.
that day?
And I think it was macaroni and cheese and cornbread.
Yes.
Really?
It was
You got a good memory to smoke.
So we had this whole plan. I remember we need to go do a little video over there and show where we was like standing at, and
we
was
should do that. We should do that.
Like I was sitting on a little steps, and she was standing up behind me, and she was like, I got this plan. Like, I think we can really do this, this, and this. This was before the following.
Before
this
anything.
was before everything. I had plans on being their hairstylist and like really like how we just had all these plans, being on TV, like, and it's just so crazy
how
y'all.
We manifest that.
Everything that happened, we literally manifested it.
I told this guy, I'm gonna have millions of followers. Watch. We gonna be on TV. You gonna be our hairstylist. And this is the first time I've ever met him. Like,
yeah.
And look, you done been on Jocelyn Cabaret. Look at you.
Season 3.
We got millions of followers.
Right.
Like,
hairstylist to this day.
He's still our hairstylist.
Right.
Like,
somebody told me before, like a month before I got here and I met them, this lady was like, I'm going to see you on TV. So it was confirmation after confirmation. I kept meeting the right people. I remember getting on a bus after meeting them, and I didn't even say that I met the right person because of what we talked about. It was because of your aunt. And I used to always watch her videos.
Auntie Fee, yeah.
Aunt Fee. I used to watch her videos all the time. And so when I got on the bus, I was telling my mom about it. And then this lady that was standing next to me, she was like, oh, she knows Snoop Dogg. And she was like, I'm really close to Snoop Dogg's mom. So it was like alignment all the way. Like, up until now, like every single thing that we do is like a step towards what we talked about, and it's so crazy. I'm very emotional, so it doesn't matter what we do. I'm going to cry. Like I'm gonna cry after everything.
You gotta understand, like going through what you've been through in life, like, and just to say this is what I'm gonna do and really step into your faith. That is something big. Like I was like, go hard or go home. I'm not going home. I'm not going home.
No.
Like when we met in the middle, I had just left my state. He had just left his state. And it's like, I'm not going home. I don't care. Everything was out the window after that. And it really like
manifested.
It get tough.
It do.
We do get to tussling.
Yes, we do.
We'll tussle.
But
you would never meet a team. You know who was for you and who is not for you, because you're going to keep trying. You're going to keep working at it. You will never meet somebody that's aligned like how we are aligned. Like it's so crazy because the way our minds operate is just too
I'm just sitting here looking at the light like, no, for real.
Yeah, like just think about it. That's why, our last conversation is just like, I don't even care no more because we have to do this. Like there's no way we can't do this. We just work too well together.
And it's like this. It's like this.
I'm more than a hairstylist, y'all.
Yes, most definitely. Me and B fight like brothers and sisters. We argue like husband and wife. We do all of that. Like, and to be able to come back together, like I said, we always have uncomfortable conversations. I can sit here and listen to him read me down. Like, you did this wrong, Marley. I don't think that was right. And I accept that. You feel what I'm saying? That's a real person. When somebody can tell you your wrongs and you accept them and not defend them, that's a real person.
And no drama after, no problem.
And no drama.
No
drama. Nothing is from a hateful heart.
No, it's
Everything is from love, literally.
Genuinency.
Yeah.
And I love that. We got a few more minutes left. So,
any more questions, guys?
Any more questions?
Bree got the good questions.
Bree is good. I'm telling you. See, Bree, I love you, girl.
I love you too, man. You already know.
So hopefully next week, y'all will see Royal. We got to catch Waldo like y'all do.
Most definitely.
You talking about, hey, dude, you coming back this weekend? So I want y'all to all go follow us on our social medias. And I appreciate everybody. I'm going to take this time right now to appreciate where we came from and where we're going. This is only the beginning for us. We still have a lot of things going on. Stay tuned. We still, we're still working. We got a lot of stuff coming for y'all, basically. So, networks, looking for the Royals, down for the crown. We here. Contact us. Our Instagram is the Royalspolylife. Our TikTok is
the Royalspolylife
and Royalspolylife Backup.
YouTube,
Royalspolylife. YouTube. What's
Instagram?
Instagram, more hair _ St. Clair.
Period.
What's your Facebook?
My Facebook is Brandon More Hair St. Clair.
You have a YouTube?
YouTube, not yet, but it's coming. It's on
to be
the way.
continued.
So next time you become a guest on Down for the Crown, I need you to have a YouTube.
I have it up. I just need to, get it edited. I'm actually,
Okay. What else? You got TikTok.
TikTok is More Hair Sinclair as well.
Okay. So, Bree, you got anything to say? Any last? Oh, if you guys want to join the show, we do via Zoom calls. If you guys want to join the show, please hit us up at royalspolylife@gmail.com or comment under this video. Share this video, comment it. Blow it up, y'all. You know what I'm saying?
You do not have to have 1 million followers to send us some information if you want to come out and join the show. You can really come out. It's very diverse.
Talk about what you want to talk about.
Yes, it's something that you want to get heard. It's something that you want to talk about. More than welcome. 100% more than welcome. We also have our website, theroyalspolylife.com, for your latest fashion from extra small all the way up to 5X, you guys. Next time when we'll be coming on this podcast, we will be having hair. We will be having hair coming from Mohair St. Clair.
Suit collection
is coming soon, you guys.
Black. It's beautiful.
Period.
Black is beautiful. Suit means black and beautiful. And at the end of the day,
Hey, and our link tree is Royalspolylife. So
You have a link tree?
I have started it. I
Yeah.
just haven't finished it.
So
I have a lot
next
of unfinished
time,
business.
I see you. Nah, y'all, we thank y'all for tuning in. We love y'all. We have a lot more coming for y'all. If y'all have anything that y'all want to talk about, y'all want us to talk about, please feel free to comment on this video.
Yes.
If we ain't touched something that y'all wanted us to touch in this same topic, let us know.
And let us know how you like us doing podcasts as well. Let us know how you feel about this interaction.
I think I like this.
You like this?
Yeah, this is kind of better than the lives because I feel like live is fun, but it kind of gets distracting. Like, oh,
they're
still gonna be going live.
Don't be telling. Don't be telling her. No, y'all, we appreciate y'all. Thank y'all for tuning in to Down for the Crown. And we out, y'all. Bye. Thanks for coming, B.
Thank you.
Love you.